There are three significant moments that make up one's life: how we're born, how we live, and how we die. And our ability to control these vary from stage to stage. With how we're born, we don't get to control it. They call it the lottery of death. If we did, I would have chosen to be born a rich white woman, so I wouldn't have to concern myself with things like racism and poverty. With how we're born, we get absolute control over. You decide what you want to do, who you want to love, where you want to live. And it's relatively easier for some than for others. But the most intriguing one is how you die. And you might be thinking, you can't control death. Death comes for us all. But death is so much more than just the body dying. The reason why people like Newton will never die is because of the impacts that they leave. True death comes when you leave no legacy, no trace of you to be remembered. So the grand cosmos, in its infinite wisdom, decided that we will not choose how to be born, but we can choose how we live and ultimately how we die. And I can tell you what your final words will be like on your deathbed. Your final feverish thoughts as your entire life flashes before your eyes. Your main focus, the future generations you're leaving behind. And your words? Sorry. I'm sorry that you've inherited this vast wasteland we call Earth, where water is as rare as gold and trees are nothing but a distant memory, where sweltering heat is no longer a thing of just lounging in the shade, but a race for safety as the next heat wave sets your home ablaze. We could have stopped this. We could have prevented this only if we knew, if we had acted. But wait, you did know. You did know that temperatures were rising and that species were dying out, but what did you do? What legacy did you create? You don't hear Africans talk much about climate change, probably because we're used to the heat, or we still think it's a Western ideology. So if I, as an African, am standing here today, then things are getting pretty bad. But I'm not here to talk to you about the things you constantly hear, about rising sea levels and how meat is going to become rarer than caviar. I'm not here to tell you to care, because the truth is, you already do know what is going on. You do feel the impact, even if you don't know the cause. And you care. Every single time you wish the earth was cooler, you care. Every single time you choose to walk instead of taking a car, even if it's because you're broke, you're making the sustainable choice. Every single time you complain about how expensive food has become, you are advocating. We are all activists by default. So this is a call for you to be more intentional about your lifestyle and to encourage others to do so too. Because a fight for climate change is embedded in a fight for a better standard of living, for accessibility, and for equality. And so, my final words to you are, as heirs of a dying earth, what legacy will you create? One of sustainability or one of destruction? The power is in your hands.